Well, hello champions, and welcome back to It's Dawny Wawny Time. Dawny Wawny is here to do a quick video on a review of some products that I have been trying out, and I wanted to come and just do my review so that I can do what I'm going to do with these products. Now y'all know I'm behind, so I'm gonna catch up. I mean, I got the Clarity eyeshadow palettes, the ColourPop eyeshadow palettes. I have all those reviews coming, but I needed to get these older videos out of the way so that things can get out of my collection. So we're gonna move right on into it. If you hear some noise in the background, that's the air conditioner, because I'm sitting at my desk and I'm just gonna film this video because I film when I can film. Y'all know how it is, honey. So anyway, we're gonna move right on in, champions. So there's a new line of products at Walgreens, and it's CYO. Okay, and I mean, it's a full line. They have everything for a full face of makeup. This line has been in my Walgreens. It's only in select Walgreens around the country, from what I understand. So it's in one of the Walgreens that I frequent on my way to work. And so I saw it and I thought I'd pick up some items so that I could let y'all know about it. It's a very affordable line, okay? Very cheap. I'm talking about cheap in the area of like Wet n Wild prices, so to speak, or thereabout. Might be, some items might be a little bit more expensive than Wet n Wild, but still in that same price range. So we're going to start out with the items that I picked up. And the items that I picked up a full eyeshadow palette. I picked up 3 lipsticks. I picked up an eyeliner. I picked up a what is this called, metallic eyeshadow single. I picked up a mascara. Now they have 4 different or 5 different types of mascara. I just picked up one. I picked up 3 different blushes. I picked up a face primer, a foundation, a illuminating mixing cream, a setting spray, and a loose fixing powder. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started because I don't want this to be a long drawn out video for you guys. So we're going to start out with, I'm gonna go in the order in which I would apply it to my face. Excuse me. So we're gonna start out with the face primer. It's called the CYO Matte and Blur Primer Matte Attack, and that's what that looks like. You get 1 fluid ounce. It's a squeezy tube, and this runs, I want to say, like $5.99, $6.99, somewhere in there. It says anti-shine under layer, wear it. Use alone or apply under makeup. This primer is like, it's very, it absorbs well. It's got a really silky feeling to it, so it makes your skin feel good. What I experienced with this primer is that I didn't experience it drying out my skin. It seemed to be like a soft matte, in my opinion. I would not say that this was a long wearing primer, and I would not say that you could use this primer with other foundations, but using it with the foundation that's in this line, it worked okay. It worked okay. It has some slip to it because it feels like velvety, and it makes your skin feel silky soft. So for me, it worked out okay. Nothing to write home about for the price, but it worked out okay. Okay, now moving on to the foundation. They have 2 different foundations. They have an illuminating foundation, which I did not purchase, and then they have the matte foundation, no shine zone. The colors in the matte foundation are very limited. I want to say there's only like 4 to 6 colors, but in the illuminating foundation, which comes in a bottle, there are several colors in that one. This one comes in a tube. It says keeps shine at bay, no caking. It's quite the cover up. Shake, dot on cheeks, rose, chin, etc. Blend, use fingers, brush, sponge. I am in the color 214. The shade 214 is right here, and you can also see it on the back right here. And this is, I believe, the darkest shade for the matte foundation. It's a perfect match for my skin. There it is there on my skin. And as you can see, it has some pretty decent coverage. It's a light foundation. It does not feel heavy on the skin. At least that's not what I experienced. A little bit goes a long way, as you can see. Okay, this I would also say would be a soft matte foundation, not full-blown dry your skin out matte. Actually, I enjoyed wearing this foundation. I really did. Once it dries down to a soft matte finish. I would say that it's not full coverage. I would say that it would be light to medium coverage. It is buildable, but I wouldn't go past 2 layers using this. Okay, now this foundation retails for, I want to say, like $6.99. It's been a while, but I want to say $6.99 or so. And what I can say is that I got about a good 4 to 5 hours out of it without blotting, and I used it with the primer. These work great together, in my opinion. Like I said, I wouldn't use this primer with any of my heavier foundations, but it was okay primer, and it works really good with the foundation, the matte foundation. Being that this is a matte primer and this is a matte foundation, in my opinion, these are both soft matte, so it doesn't really dry my skin out. Probably because I had moisturized my skin very well prior to applying these 2 products. So yeah, I enjoyed wearing it. I really did. And it's something that if you want a light coverage foundation, and you just want something that you can throw on and blend in and go, and as you can see, it's dried down, and that's what it's looking like here. And again, it's still soft on the skin. Okay. Okay, so my camera was dying, so I had to plug it in right quick. So, where were we? I think we were talking about the foundation. So yeah, so in my opinion, this is a pretty decent foundation. It gave me decent wear, and I enjoyed wearing it. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to go into is into the eyeshadows. I have 2 eyeshadows here. I have an eyeshadow palette, and this is called Pack a Punch. It says 10 shades, powder and cream, 1 highlighter, 1 primer, hundreds of looks. This is what the outside packaging looks like. This was the highest price. It's got the typical plastic on the outside. This one's called Rainbow Warrior. And this is what the shadows look like. As you can see, it's a total mess because I had been using it. It's a pretty palette. But in my opinion, I just didn't care for this palette. There's really no good pigmentation. The colors are very, very light. There's not any good wear time on it. And I kept trying to work with it, and I just don't like the palette. There's like 3 or 4 different palettes. I only purchased this one. You have the 8 shadows here. Comes with a little cheap brush. You have the 8 shadows here. It also, you see, has a mirror. You have the 8 shadows here, and then over here you have a highlight, 2 highlights, and a primer, or 3 highlights and a primer. And I did not enjoy this at all. There's no pigmentation, like I said. It doesn't last I tried it with several different primers, high-end primers. It just did not last. Okay, so in my opinion, this is not a good palette. This is not something that I would purchase. The shadows fade. I don't care how much you put on, you're not going to get any more of a payoff on it than this right here, pretty much. And the shadows do fade. You do not get, in my opinion, long wear time. Okay, so that's the palette. Moving on, I have the metallic single. Now, mind you, they do have some single matte shadows. I did not pick those up. I figured I could get more bang for my buck out of the palette. So I can't speak about the matte single shadows, but I did pick up one of the matte metallic shadows. Okay, and this is how it looks like. Y'all can see I tried this stuff out. I would say to go with the metallic shadows. You get a much better payoff, and they're much better pigmented. You see that there? That's the metallic single shadow there. This one is called Crush on Metal. This runs around, say, about $2.99 for a single metallic shadow. But you see, you get much more pigmentation with the metallics than you do with the palette. So I would say if you want to try it out, to go with the metallics. Again, the wear time, it's a beautiful, beautiful color. You get longer wear time, and it works well with primers. Okay, moving on, we're going to move into the illuminating mixing cream. Turn on the light. That's what that looks like there. This, guys, you can use, this is like a liquid highlighter, and it says to reboot for weary looking skin, freshen that face. Okay, it does come with a pump, and it's an okay liquid little highlighter. Okay, I would say, see, that was, let me start over, because that was just like sitting on the inside there. Okay, I would say that it gives you a nice glowy lit from within effect. Okay, now once you put some powder on top of it, it is much more of a stronger highlight, but just to wear it on its own, I would say that it's okay. I have better liquid illuminators, but for the price, this was right about $5. It was okay. It was okay, but you would still need to set it in any event. So if you want something that's just looking for that lit from within glow, then this is a pretty good highlighter. And I must say that I enjoyed wearing it. Okay, moving on to the face powder. The fixing powder all set. This is the setting powder. It's a loose setting powder. It's supposed to be translucent, but as you see, it has a very pink tone. Okay, it's pretty much finely milled. I did not enjoy wearing this powder. It's very velvety soft. I think it's just the wrong color for my skin tone. There it is there on the skin. Again, it's very velvety. It just made my skin look like it was jaundiced, and I just didn't like that look. But as far as setting the makeup, it set the makeup, in my opinion, okay. And I used it with the primer and the foundation again, and it set it okay. I had just a little bit of not much transference at all, but like I said, this is just the wrong color for me. It made me look kind of sickly in the face, so I didn't enjoy wearing that. And then moving on to the setting spray. This is the fixing spray, and in here you get 1.69 fluid ounces, and it's an okay setting spray. Okay, I will say that I didn't experience it being real sticky tacky on my face. You do have to be careful about the nozzle though, because it has a tendency to throw out big glops. And you know, when you get those big glops, it dries on the skin and it looks like a spot there. So you do have to be careful with it, but it was an okay setting spray. I do have others that I like better. Moving on to the mascara that I picked up, and I want to say that the setting spray was more like $6.99. I want to say $5.99, $6.99. Moving on, I picked up the Definition mascara in black. They have like 3 or 4 different mascaras, volumizing, lengthening, and volumizing. But I just picked up Definition because it's supposed to do everything. It's a standard. It has, that's the bristles on it. It's more like a comb on the bristles. I did not enjoy this at all. It flaked on me and it irritated my eyes. So only reason I'm still have it is because I was wanting to show you guys when I did my review, but I did not enjoy this at all. My eyes were very irritated wearing this, and at first I couldn't even figure out what was the problem, but then I noticed the next day that when I didn't wear it, I didn't have a problem, and then the following day when I put it back on again, I had a problem. So it was this irritating my eyes. I do not know what's in it, but it irritated my eyes, so I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it clumped, it flaked, and it irritated my eyes, so I would say stay away from that. The next thing, I picked up 3 blushes. I picked up a powder blush in Crush on Blush. I picked up a powder, oh wait a minute, that's the name, Crush on Blush, but this is the color Unfiltered, and it's pink. Then I picked up Controversial, and it's more like a peachy color. And then I picked up Strong Words, and this is more like a mauve color. These blushes run about $2.99 to $3.99 a piece. This is the mauve color one. Actually, I like the blushes. I really do. They're soft. They give you a nice flush of color to the skin. They're buildable. But if you have a problem with your cheeks eating your blushes, that's what that looks like right there. And this one's called Strong Words, and I do believe this is the darkest one in the blush. They have, I want to say, 4 different blushes. If your cheeks have a tendency to eat blushes, then they will eat this blush. This blush does not give you long-lasting wear. The next blush that we're going to swatch is Unfiltered. It's like a hot pink. Again, very nice blush, but you're not going to get long extended wear time. Okay, all of these products I would say you wouldn't be able to wear anymore. That's it right there, any more than 4 to 5 hours. That has been my experience. And the final one is Controversy, which is a corally color. That's what that looks like there, and that's what it looks like there. But I did enjoy wearing them. If you want to just have something to just throw on and go for a cheap price, you're not going to be wearing it a long time, then these blushes would be okay. And then the last, I picked up an eyeliner, semi-permanent eyeliner. This line's a keeper, and it's in blue. Now they have blue, black, and brown, and they might have a purple. I'm not sure. I can't remember. It has that very fine line. I didn't like this because it takes too long to dry, and it fades away. That was my opinion. So I didn't like this at all. As you can see, it's kind of a running formula, but it just takes too long to dry for me, and in the process it's smearing. So I just didn't enjoy wearing that one. And then final is the 3 lipsticks. I picked up, is this the matte? I picked up 2 mattes and one that is like a ombre lipstick. The ombre lipstick sucks. As you can see, it's supposed to be 2 colors. One, this color up here is supposed to be like a red, and then this color back here is supposed to be like an orange, if you can see that. But you see how this tube looks? It's a very, very messy, horrible packaging. And when you put them together, you really can't see the ombre. It all fades in to the same, and it does it on the tube as well. This is just a normal lipstick, not matte, nothing fancy. Transfers. It seeps into, you know how it settles in the corners of your lips and things like that. So I am not a fan of this ombre lipstick. Now the mattes, on the other hand, well, no, this is not. I picked up the ombre, a regular lipstick, and a matte. This is the regular lipstick in, what's this color? Oh, I can't even see the color. Retarding? No, that's not it. Restricting. It's a very nice, y'all see I have tried these products. It's a very nice mauve color. It's just a simple regular lipstick. Okay, the thing I don't like about the packages is when you use it, it seeps down into the, see that? How it just seeps down, it disappears into the, okay, again, my camera cut off. I don't know what the problem is. But in any event, right here is where, I don't like the packaging because you see how it just seeps down while you're using it. I just don't like that. Cheap packaging, but that's a color right there. It's a very pretty color. And it's just a simple lipstick. Nothing fancy about it, just a plain old regular lipstick. So it will fade, and you will have to continuously reapply. But it was okay to wear. And then the final one is the matte, and it's in the color, oh my God, I can't even see this. It's a red, because I can't see the name, y'all. And this was the one that I liked the most. It's a soft matte lipstick. That's the color right there. Now mind you, these lipsticks run about $2.99. Yeah, about $2.99, $3.99. But that's the color of it right there. It's not a very drying matte. This was the only lipstick that I enjoyed wearing. Something I could throw on and go. With all of these lipsticks, though, you really need to use a lip liner. But it's a soft matte. You will have some transfer, a little transfer, but if you put on a lip liner with this soft matte, it will work for you. You'll get longer wear time out of it. So that's it, guys. That's my review of the products that I picked up from this line. You see how that just smeared? That's the, and it was dry. So that's what I'm saying. So I hope y'all enjoyed this review. For me, this line has hits and misses. More misses than it does hits, in my opinion. What I enjoyed the most was the foundation, the liquid highlighter, the metallic eyeshadow, the blushes, and the matte lipstick. Okay, everything else was a bust for me. But if you're a beginner, this is a good line for beginners. If you have someone young and you want to teach them how to use makeup, or they want to play in some makeup, like my granddaughter is 10 and she can't wear it out the house, but she can play in it. This is an alternative for her to just play in makeup. And when I'm doing my makeup or her mom is doing her makeup, she can sit back and watch and have her own little set to play in. I mean, it's okay. That's all I can say. So that's it for this video, champions. I hope you enjoyed my review. I'm so glad I was able to get this done so that I can get this out of my collection, because this is not something I'm going to keep. But it was okay to try it out. So let me know in the comments down below if y'all have seen this line in your Walgreens in the areas that you live in. Let me know if you've tried any of these products and what you thought about it, okay? Also, thank you so much for watching my videos, and for everyone supporting my channel. Please click that like button if you like more reviews. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there, so that you will, you know, be able to be in the family of champions. And don't forget to hit that notification button as well, so that you can always be notified when I upload a video. So until the next video, champions, please be blessed and have a most wonderful day. Mwah, smooches.